Cmo The Metaverse UI is about destroying walled gardens to open up virtual worlds. This is where collaboration and co-creation come in. Instead of a fashion house designing in-house and keeping those designs to themselves, they will co-create with their consumers. This is similar to the definition of metaverse that I gave in January 2021. A new renaissance where we move from the monasteries of the Middle Ages, where monks copied illuminations, to the perspective of Brunelleschi's Florentine Renaissance. There's a lot of talk about blockchain NFT as metaverse as a new place of renewal for brands and companies. But to conquer these new territories, large groups will have to equip themselves with a new function, the first of these meta professions that will flourish in the coming years: the Cmo Chief Metaverse Officer. Pragmatically, brands need to be cautious about getting into online games and 3D worlds. Each platform is unique. Brands need to take the time to get to know the platform, the culture, the key players and influencers in order to make informed decisions. This requires a CMO and his or her internal team to be familiar with the metaverse to explore the possibilities. The CMO will need to use a number of approaches to reach their potential customers. They may offer products such as branded skins or branded versions of in-game items or launch a branded character in-game. Louis Vuitton and Prada have used Final Fantasy characters in editorial campaigns. The CMO will need to partner with virtual gamers and influencers. TikTok chose virtual influencer FN Mecca to be one of the first creators to turn his viral videos into collectible NFT. Cloud gaming will open up opportunities where a company partners with big-name games that have a gaming experience. Today, brands have their own social media teams and experts in each new social media. The same will be true for the online worlds. The Chief Metaverse Officer will be the person in-house who knows that what is trending in the metaverse is constantly evolving. A game or world that is popular at one time may not be popular in the future. They will need to continually develop world builders and managers to keep their brand's game worlds current, social, and with new offerings available to the players who visit them. Brands need to understand that the metaverse is about community and decentralization. While they need world builders, they must also be open to players who want to be part of their brand's world. They have to be willing to cede some control to the community. But what better way to learn what consumers want from a brand than to let them actively participate in the social and world-building aspect of that brand in the metaverse? A Chief Metaverse Officer will see how consumers act differently in the worlds of different brands within the metaverse, which creates the target markets for further brand growth. This is one of the many areas in which the Chief Metaverse Officer comes into play, not only to identify the approach that will best meet the organization's digitization needs, but also to help the organization understand why digitizing certain assets and/or environments may be the right solution. A Chief Metaverse Officer will be the one who would determine whether this involves creating an experience from scratch, using a sandbox mode on an existing game, or a combination of both to get the best results at the best price. The CMO will oversee a company's digital assets and brand representation in the metaverse, which will naturally contain representations of other brands and their assets. For companies that choose to use a public sandbox, metaverse builders like Roblox, the concern may be about rival brands, but also about imposters trying to impersonate a brand for their own benefit. The CMO will be able to produce the best internal and legal advice will be essential to protect the interests of a company.